Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. If they have time to laugh at you, it means they're more focused on you than they are themselves. But, oh well, go figure. All right. If they have time to laugh, that means they're not doing anything right. And it means that there's a lot of things they're doing wrong. If they have time to laugh at you, all right, if they have time to laugh, they better be ahead in life. They better have everything figured out, and they better be at a place that you would want to be yourself if they find themselves laughing at you. Otherwise, they're wasting their time. Otherwise, they're not getting anything done. They're more worried about you and concerned about what it is you're doing. They will laugh at you when they see other people start to give you credit. They'll laugh at you when they actually see you start to get somewhere. They see you start to actually take off. All right. A lot of people think you're going to stay where you're at forever and not get anywhere with what you're doing. As soon as you start to get somewhere with what you're doing, or as soon as you start to show signs that it's actually going to work out for you, you'll have people who will start to laugh. If they have time to laugh, that just shows you a couple things. They're really not interested in what they have going on. Anyone that is working towards becoming successful is not going to have time to worry about what another is doing. They're going to be too concerned with their own projects. They're going to be too concerned with the amount of money that they're making. They're going to be too concerned with what it is they have to do. And those who aren't concerned with what they have to do, they allow themselves to become sidetracked. They allow themselves to get lost in the sauce of what others are involved in and what others are doing. And you'll find people more involved in what you're doing when you're doing something and not just living your average everyday life. People will still be concerned and be nosy and want to know what you're up to. But when you're doing something more than the average person, then they're going to want to stick their nose in it. And they're also going to want to give their 2 cents. So if people are laughing at you, that's one of the greatest things that could ever happen. All right. Les Brown said they laughed at him and they're going to laugh at you too. His exact words were, they laughed at me, they're going to laugh at you too. If people are laughing at you, that means that it's something that you're doing that is gaining their attention. If you weren't gaining their attention, they wouldn't be laughing. If what they saw you were doing didn't have any purpose or couldn't get you anywhere, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't be laughing. They would be paying less attention to you. And if they did laugh, they probably wouldn't make a big deal out of it unless you actually thought you could go big time with it and you actually tried to do that. So people, the only way they can laugh at you is when you're actually trying to do something. So if you're actually trying to do something, if you're actually taking your time and energy and putting it into a specific area that you want to do good in, and people are laughing, people are having something to say, then good for you. If people are laughing at who you are right now, and not because you're not doing something, but because you are doing something, good for you. That's great right there. Give yourself a pat on the back, and you should be very proud of yourself. A lot of people would quit right there. There are people who have performance anxiety. They don't like getting in front of crowds. They don't like getting up on stage. They don't like being known for doing something. They don't like a whole lot of attention on them. If what you do draws attention, if you're brave enough to do something to where you will get laughed at because people are jealous, hating, and insecure, then kudos, congratulations. You have passed a test that many have failed. You know how many people are great and have talent and can be successful, but they allow their fright, they allow their fear, they allow their peers and laughter and people pointing fingers and opinions and what others have to say to get in the way. A lot of people wouldn't be a lot of people wouldn't be at their 9 to 5 job right now or living the life they currently had if they didn't care about what we're discussing. Some people, it gets in the way so much to where they just give up and they no longer try. And that's what they want to happen. That's why people laugh at you, because they want you to feel so uncomfortable that you become uncomfortable enough to where you stop trying, because they want to make you feel so bad to where you would never want to feel like that ever again, to the point to where you'll never try ever again. And you can't let them get you to that point. You've got to try. All right. You've got to try, because you have that gift in you, you have that talent in you, you have that level of skill in you, and you have to get it out to the world. All right. There are going to be people who will try to clown you. There are going to be people who will try to make you feel like what you're doing is worthless. And there will be people who will try to make you feel like you are not talented when you really are. All right. So back when I was doing something that I wanted to do, and I thought that I could become successful if I gave it a go, people laughed at me for doing something when I was in school. All right, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I was playing an instrument and I didn't end up going too far with it. But the fact that I thought I could try was bigger than other people having an opinion about what I was doing. I got laughed at because I didn't know how to play it properly and I didn't know what I was doing, but I went through all the courses. I still went to the classes. I didn't allow that to discourage me or make me sad or make me give up. I was mad as hell because I didn't know what I was doing, but I allowed that to transfer into other things, and I took the lessons from that and allowed that to motivate me to not give up on other things that I wanted to be successful at. I knew that that wasn't something that I really wanted to do, so I transferred my energy into other things, something that I was good at, something that I really wanted to do, and something that I still saw myself being successful at, even though at the beginning it might be a struggle. So, so there might be things that might be a struggle for you as soon as you pick it up. You might not be as good as soon as you start. You might not be the greatest, but you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. All right. And I've been saying that to myself enough times to where I finally got that statement right. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And if you want to get great, you got to get started. All right. Something that is worth doing good is worth doing it badly until you can do a good job. Some of us, we may not be that great. All right. We may have to do it bad until we can do a good job. People will laugh at you while you're trying to do something if you're not good, and they will laugh at you because they see you straining to be better. That's what's so funny to them. They don't understand and they can't comprehend how someone could try so hard to do something that they know nothing about, that they're not good at, that they don't have the skill or the talent yet developed to do what it is they want to do. They find that hilarious, to see the strain on your face, to see the look of seriousness on your face, to see the anger and the blood and the sweat and the tears, and the desire to want to be greater than you are right now. They see all that, and it's funny to them because that greatness is there, but it's unable to be expressed. So what you have to do is you have to keep getting started. You have to keep doing it badly enough till you can do it right, enough to where all that greatness within you can be manifested through you in your craft, your skill, your work, your song, your music, whatever it is that you're doing that you may not be the best at or the greatest at right now. You want to keep exercising that talent and that gift until you become great at it and you can finally express yourself. It's going to give you a joy like no other. It's going to give you a sense of happiness. and peace like no other, because you're going to have overcome your own demons of wanting to give up because you may not have been good enough. These people want to laugh at you because they see you trying to do something. And as harsh as that may be, as cold as that may be, as horrible as that may be, you're going to have to work through their laughter. It may be someone related to you. It may be someone you're close to. It may be someone you know personally. It may be someone your significant other. It may be your teacher. It may be a close relative. People are going to laugh at you. All right. You're going to have to get over that. You want to be successful. If you want to win in life, you're going to have to get laughed at and be comfortable with being laughed at. The greatest people that came before you were laughed at. Did they laugh at them? Yes. Did they make a mistake in doing so? Yes. But that laughter motivated those people who weren't that good. All right. Sometimes you have to take the negative things that other people do and turn it into something positive for you. It's hard to stay focused and to want to continue to be great when there are people who are ahead of you. That's the worst thing that, in my opinion, somebody could do. Someone that sees where you want to go, they're ahead of you, they're where you want to be, and then they got the nerve to open their mouth and talk junk, talk smack, laugh at you, run their mouth like the tortoise and the hare. But the hare ended up winning the race, all because he stayed focused, he stayed on his path, and he kept putting one foot in front of the other. He didn't stop, whine, get depressed, give up because he was slower. He kept going, even though he didn't know if he was going to win the race or not. And that's how you have to go through life. You have to keep going, whether you know you're going to be successful or not. But either way, he would have completed the race. Either way, you have to complete your race. You know you're going to be successful. Luckily, you know if you keep going, you'll become successful. And really, what you're racing against, that hare, is time. That hare is your ego. That hare is your false self. That hare is all the other people who may be ahead of you, who are laughing, hating, have an opinion, who are negative, who possibly want to stop you from reaching a new place in life. All right. So if they have time to laugh, it means they're more focused on you. They're wasting time worried about when you become successful. That is something that is the most least intelligent thing you can do with your time. So let these people kill themselves. Let these people destroy themselves. Let these people ruin their lives focusing on what you have going on and yours. You're allowed to do that. You are allowed to let them waste their time and waste their life worrying about what you have going on. It is not your fault that they are unhappy and are more worried about somebody else winning, because that's all you're worried about is winning. You're not worried about them. You're not worried about what they're laughing at, who they're laughing at, how much they're laughing. You just know that you want to win. And they may have some actual things to bring up, like maybe you don't do something good, maybe you aren't good at what you do, maybe you aren't the best at what you do, maybe it's hilarious to them. If this is something that bothers you, if this is something that gets on your nerves, get yourself together, calm down, make sure you don't get frustrated, and keep your mind on what you want. All right, keep your mind on what you want, and keep your mind off of them trying to distract you. They're just upset. They're miserable. They're worried about where they're going in life. And they know that they don't have a chance to go where you're going because they know they don't care about becoming successful like that. They know they don't care about their life like that. They know they don't care how they use their time. So, this is another reason why they laugh at you, because you're disciplined. You actually know what to do with your life and your day and your time. And you actually want to do something with your life, with your day, with your time. They're laughing at you because you're putting yourself in position to win, and they're not putting themselves in position to do anything except to stay where they're at. All right. So when you're improving and you want to move forward, and there's something you do, whether you make music, whether you write books, whether you make clothes, do shoes, do hair, when you're first starting out and things aren't looking the way you feel they should, don't allow them to make you quit or make you think there's something different that you're supposed to be doing. Nobody is the greatest when they first get started, but they have to get started to be the greatest. All right. Muhammad Ali, when I'm sure when he started boxing, when he picked up those gloves, he showed some talent, he showed some potential, but he was nowhere near the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali that fought Joe Frazier, so whenever you are starting something, just know that if I stick with this, I'll be as good as I want to. I'll be able to control the amount of skill that I have. I'll be able to enhance my skill whenever I want, just by just doing a little bit each day, just by staying on top of myself, staying on top of my game, making sure that I keep moving forward with this thing that I want to do. All right. So don't allow somebody's laughter, don't allow somebody's opinion, don't allow the things somebody says to get your focus off of yourself. They can't focus on themselves. They're more worried about other people, and people who don't want to do anything with their life. That's pretty much all they're left to do. If you don't want to do anything with your life, all you're going to be left to do is watch the other people who are doing things. And if you're a hater and you're also watching people that are doing things, or if you don't like someone or you feel some type of way about someone, and all you're doing is watching them do something, then you're going to feel some type of way towards that person. And that's what's happening with you. All right. They're unmotivated. They're not as serious when it comes to life as you. All right. They may not have goals. They may not have dreams. They may not have aspirations. They may not have anything they want to do. Some people are content with not wanting to do anything. They just want to sit around all day and whatever they feel like doing, maybe do a little 9 to 5, go to work, do their job. That's it. Some people even less than that. All right. So a lot of people, what you'll find is a lot of people will be threatened by the things you do and what you're going to become, because they're not becoming anything and they're sitting around and they're letting their life waste away. All right. You will have a lot of beef with people like that because they see you as a competition. They're not doing much with their life outside of their job. So when you show all this determination, you show all this devotion, you show all this compassion, you show all this motivation, you show all this inspiration, you show all this character, this charisma, you show all this intelligence, all these things that you show, right, that you're putting to good use to do what you need to do. They may not feel like they have these things. Even though you have something, and even though it's worth something, and even though you can do something with it, and even though people can see how great it is and how good you're just going to do with it, they'll still laugh. All right, you could be the next Aaliyah, they'll still laugh. You could be the next Whitney Houston, and they'll still laugh. You could be the next BB King on this guitar, they'll still laugh. You could be the next Prince, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. You could be the next whoever, whatever, however, they'll still laugh. All right, you could be the next George Washington Carver and inventing everything and anything. They'll still laugh. And they make up for what they are unable to do. They make up for what they don't have by laughing at those who can. All right, it's basically like somebody that can't do anything and they're mad about it. Sometimes when I know I couldn't do something and when it got me upset, I didn't laugh at other people. But in order to stop myself from getting pissed off and upset right there in that moment, I'd make myself laugh. If it wasn't something, if it was something I couldn't do in class or school, or if it wasn't something I could do right to keep my job, so I wouldn't get upset, worrying about, am I going to do this right? Am I going to be able to keep my job? I would find something to laugh or something to take my mind off of it so that I wouldn't get upset. And unfortunately, they're doing this, but they're going about it the wrong way. They don't have to laugh at somebody else. They could laugh at themselves. They could watch some comedy. They could make a joke about, themselves or something. But they want to have a problem with the person they see trying, because they're not. So they can laugh all they want, but sooner or later, you're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. And they're going to be laughing all the way to be more stank. Just laughing around, sitting around, hopefully just enjoying their level of success. And let's hope that, they have a level of success to be on. Let's hope if they're laughing, they're actually in a place to where, we would want to be. Because if you are laughing at someone and you're doing the same as them or worse, you really have nothing to be laughing at. They just don't understand that. Like they are, that what they're really laughing at is their lack of understanding. What they're really laughing at is their level of ignorance. That's what's funny to them. The fact that you are someone that they just don't understand. All right, your level of awareness, everything about you is something that they can't comprehend, and it's funny to them. You'll probably be around this person and they'll probably just start smiling and laughing at you for no reason, to the point to where it's probably like cringy, like this. You just pick up weird disrespectful vibes, like this person's a clown. And that's why you might pick up a lot of that energy around people, that clown vibe, that clown energy, that fake, facade type uh energy. Because why else would they be laughing at someone unless their life was really giving them a hard time? People need something to take their mind off of their own misery. That's why people want people to join them in their misery. So it's like they have something that they could put their mind on, and they don't have to focus directly on their problems. If somebody else is trying to do something and they can't do it, they find that more convenient to laugh at them versus working on their self and fixing what's going wrong with them, and making their life more of what they want it to be. All right, so it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so if people are laughing at you, keep up the good work. They could ha ha, they could hee hee, they could point the finger. Keep up the good work, because sooner or later they're going to be asking you for a job. That's the one thing they don't understand. People who will laugh at you now will one day be asking you for a job. They're one day going to be applying. They're one day going to be calling. Auntie going to call uncle. Uncle going to call cousin. Somebody going to call somebody. Hey, family friend. Or hey, JoJo since third grade. Or hey, this person, that person. Somebody needs somebody's person. Somebody needs a hand. All right, somebody needs help here. You got to help this. You got to help that. You don't have to do anything. They laughed at you, but now they're going to want later on, once things start to blow up for you, once things start to pop off for you, once things start to become successful for you, they're going to want to have a piece of the pie. They're going to want to play a part of your life. They're going to want to be in your life, and they're going to want to play the game the way you play it. And they're going to want to live life the way you live it when you set the example a long time ago. They laughed at you for being disciplined. They laughed at you for staying in and for not going out with them. They laughed at you for not popping champagne and turning up every weekend. They laughed at you for not buying the latest clothes and buying what you saw was best for you and your finances, and so you could support yourself and your business. It's not like they were going to do it. They laughed at the clothes you wore. Instead of going out and buying designer and this and that, you bought what was affordable to you, so that way you could make the most use of your resources. All right, they laughed at you because you downsized, and now they look down on you because you downsized. But because you downsized, now things are looking up for you because you were able to use your resources to the best of your ability. Now things are looking up for you. Now you're going to be able to get what you want, all right, because you can invest in yourself and turn your life into what you want. So now you're really giving them something to laugh at. I just want you to know they're really going to have something to laugh at in a little while, and it's going to be themselves in a clown suit, and you're probably going to have hired them for coming to your success party for your business opening. That's that they got a job already. We got a nice clown suit for them to put on, so they can come bring some balloons to the party and congratulate you on your success. Because to me, from what I see, that's where it's headed. All these people who laughed at us, they better go to Party City. All these people who laughed at us, they better go online and go on Amazon and get them a clown mask, a clown hair, hat, cartoon, shoes, all of that, because your success is coming. Get ready to throw your party. They're gonna have some streamers for you, some balloons, some cake, art, maybe some healthy snacks if that's what you like. Maybe you're not into cake. Hey, I don't know. Whatever you like, they're gonna have it for you. So just know that those that are laughing at you now, right? are only laughing because they truly see where you're headed, what you're about to become, all the great things you're going to do, all the amazing things you're going to be. All right. So keep that in mind. And when they laugh, know in the back of your mind that they don't have anything going on, because if they did, they would be congratulating you and they would be showing you some respect because they would know the process of what you have to go through to try to be something and get to where you want to be, even if people are laughing at you and while they're laughing at you, because we don't care. We just want to get there. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. This has been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.